Hello, everybody. This is Game Stringer, and before I get into anything, I would like to say Happy 2024 to you guys. 2023 hasn't exactly been the most easiest of years to contend with, so hopefully 2024 will be better for us all. First off, I want to apologize for the severe lack of uploads on my channel. IRL stuff has been constantly coming up, and has been constantly interrupting my creative process when it comes to making content. And from what I've seen of said content I've been giving to you all, it hasn't been something attention grabbing. I've been trying to put my heart and soul and 100% of my efforts towards these vids, but I felt like I had to step away from the keyboard in order to reinvent my ways towards making said content on this channel, as well as what would be the best course of action going forward. But this work I'm doing is something I've dreamt of doing for years. When I was a kid, I've seen content creators and the people that work with them put a lot of passion and effort into what they do and make. From the storylines to their powerful emotion they put into their characters, it was astonishing for me witnessing such masterpieces being made. And because of those amazing people that they inspired me to go on to be a content creator myself. But I'm not doing this for the money or the fame and whatnot. I'm doing this because I want to make and help make content that can be something that people enjoy and make people happy. Something that can help bring people together and flush out all the pains and sorrows and hardships people have to deal with 24/7. My dad was one of those people who had to deal with the daily grind, but it never really fazed him. He remained unwavered by those hardships of dealing with back-breaking labor. He remained kind, determined, and he always put passion into everything he did, mostly in the art of cooking, of course, but the greatest passion he had was cars, especially the ones in NASCAR races and the Formula One racing. When he saw those things going at incredible speeds around that track, it's like it ignited a fire within him. Like all the troubles he had to deal with just weren't there at all. It felt like he was free. That's when he started designing car decals. He looked truly happy, and the stuff he was creating was a thing of pure art. He either loved designing decals for cars or driving them, and he got to live his passion when he took me to a track once where he got to drive one of them around that very track for a local race team. And even though I wasn't riding in there with him, I could tell it was the most extraordinary experience he ever had in his life. He even started investing in other fast vehicles like motorcycles. Anything that looked and felt fast to him was something he truly enjoyed. Our finest moment? Me, him, and my brother rode on motorcycles in Vegas all the way to Red Rock Canyon. I rode on my dad's bike all the way to the top where we watched the sunrise. Seeing the sun come up and its light shining all over the city and lighting it up like some kind of bright diamond, it was truly something incredible and something I truly enjoyed with him. And riding on his bike was a blast too. He lived doing what he loved, and he died doing what he loved. He unfortunately died in a motorcycle crash on his way from work during my teen years, and it was heart-shattering. The father who loved me, the man I admired, the one who instilled confidence and courage in me was just gone. During that time, I was an emotional mess. Even at the funeral, I still was. He didn't even get a grave since he was going to be cremated, so I never was able to visit him. So seeing him in that casket would be the last time I ever got to see him. When I saw him there, it broke me. He still had dreams, he still had most of his life to look forward to, and he never would get to see up close see his little boy grow up. When we gathered at the chapel, and when people spoke on stage in my father's behalf, I stepped on stage and tried my best to say my piece despite being on the verge of tears. My father was a good man. When I was growing up as a kid, he showed me what it means to follow something you believe in, to put your heart and soul into what you strive to achieve, and to fight for the people you care about. We all have demons that plague our existence, which is why us humans must combat those demons in order to remain strong and true to ourselves. In death he was taken from us, but in turn he was also set free from the cold, cruel world he had to endure for so long, and can now be reunited with the family he loved and missed up in heaven. That was 8 years ago, and during that time life was hard, grieving and trying to cope, and having a disability didn't make things easier either. It was like I had a scar on my heart that ached and burned every time I drew breath from the emotional tragedy I had to live with. But despite this hardship, I continued to press on, trying to live on and find some way of turning my life around from the pain and the sorrow that I had to endure. I asked myself, how can I overcome my loss? How can I find a way to make my life mean something? A life that was brought into by my mom and dad, who I love with all my heart. How can I carry on my father's legacy? The answer wasn't what he did, but the passion he put into what he loved to do. He taught me to never give up and to always come back up when I fall. And that's what I did. I decided to find something I was passionate about. Something that my efforts can make a difference in someone's life, and that's when it hit me. People who made those amazing videos I watched as a kid had the same passion for their craft as my dad did. And those videos always was able to brighten up my day when I was in a rough place. That's when I decided I was going to make videos. Something that could make people smile or laugh or make things better for them. Because as long as I could make a single person happy, someone who was at their darkest, make their life a little brighter and better, then I knew I was making a difference in this world. As of late, though, I felt like my creative flow had reached a halt, which is why I've been why I've been off trying to find inspiration, and luckily I managed to find it thanks to the YouTuber Demon Dagger Productions. You see, he and the people he works with make all kinds of amazing videos, including a series I'm quite enjoying watching called Hell of a Boss, The Human and the Hellhound. Based on my experience so far with how far the series has come, I have to say it is a masterpiece. It got everything you could want in a series that never gets old. From the plot twist to the incredible cast of characters and the hijinks that ensued, followed by budding romance, as well as suspense and action, it's out of this world how well this is made. And the people who voice act the characters are right on the money when it comes to A, personality, B, experience, and C, putting strong emotion into your character to truly grab the viewer's attention. Like the viewers are actually living that very story, which makes this series even more incredible. It's honestly amazing how well they all work together, and all the amazing stuff they done is what inspired me to get things rolling again. Demon Dagger's channel will be put in the description below if you want to check out his content and the content of his fellow YouTubers that help him with his work, because trust me, it's gonna blow your minds. Now, as for my channel, Kaiju is unfortunately still on hold for the end, well, on my end for the time being, unfortunately. But I'm still gonna try to find ways to put my channel out there, as well as helping other people with their channels and content if help is needed. My VA services are free of charge. What I only seek is for everyone to be happy and to be the best they can be. If anyone is looking for any VA assistance or having any questions regarding my channel or potential videos I have in the making in the future or VA related subjects, feel free to let me know down in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. One last thing before I sign off, an inspirational quote to all fellow dreamers out in the world. Everyone has the makings of a champion who never gives up and believes in themselves even when no one else does. You all have the strength and heart and perseverance of true champions, and I hope you will continue to fight on to make those dreams a reality no matter what you inspire to be. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate all that you do to keep me going and to keep striving and be the best I can be. This is GameStringer signing off, and I hope you guys have a wonderful 2024.